Living Waters became the on-ramp for me to be safe and real about my story through my weekly small group, and the prayer that I received in my small group through Living Waters began to unpack my story and brought healing as I confessed, as I shared the depths of pain, the raw reality of what I was living with, and the fear of being known and being rejected. But yet, in that safe small group, I was accepted, I was called up, I was asked to confess and to be real and make a change and step into accountability, step into deep relationship.
Jesus wants to meet you in your most broken places. He's not going to just meet you at the highs. He's not going to meet you at the places where you feel like you're on fire for him. But he's going to meet you in the low places of depression, of anxiety, of sexual brokenness. These are the places where Jesus actually is going to meet you the most.
Living Waters was just such a safe place where I could go and just speak about whatever God had, and you're just amazed at what God's going to bring up. Like you could never expect the hidden places of your heart. You don't even understand how your behavior is actually like rooted deep in these things that Jesus needs to heal, and Living Waters helps you realize that, makes a space for healing in a safe small group environment.
My wife and I were asked to be a part of Living Waters, well actually just to lead worship. So we went to the first session, and it only took that one time to realize that I need to be a part of this. And throughout the weeks, what I discovered was that I discovered community. A group of people that truly loved me and were interested in seeing my healing and to see me come into fullness of what God had for my life. I just encourage anyone that wants to find a group of believers that they can really trust and find freedom in their life to consider Living Waters.
Coming to Living Waters was a place where I actually found an invitation to be known completely, not only by the people that were in my small group, but by the Lord himself. And so there was such a freedom that I experienced as Jesus invited me. He held his hand out and literally invited me to come out. A lot of us who have experienced Living Waters will tell you that we know today that we are good gifts.
Pretty much for my whole life, I always felt afraid. And after going through Living Waters, I got a different view of God. I don't view him as somebody who's waiting to punish me for something I did wrong. And I don't feel like I have to be perfect. My leader shared her story right away, and because she was willing to be vulnerable with us, I feel like that gave us courage to be vulnerable with each other. And it was the safest, most loving environment I've ever been in. I would encourage anyone and everyone to go through the program, even if you don't think you have sexual healing that you need in your life. Perhaps you just want a better relationship with God. And I think it's good. It would be good for everyone. You don't have to have some terrible thing that happened to you to have a better relationship with God and to learn things about your relationships with other people.
Living Waters is a personal discipleship experience based on Scripture out of James 5:16.
It's also a safe place and a confidential place where you get to come and share your story with experienced and trained leaders who know how to facilitate the good things that Jesus will do as you understand the power of your strength in weakness.
Definitely. And we start on Monday, September 21st, and you can sign up at the Connect Center or online.